Howdy once again, it's tubalcain, your YouTube shop teacher. This is episode number 50A, the question of my What Is It Mystery Tool series. And I have only two items in this particular episode because one is very unusual, even more unusual than number one. The first item here is a very unusual looking pair of nippers. They're 12 inches long. They are made by the Sargent Company, who made a lot of different pliers, possibly under contract. There's no other name or number on this indicating its use, a very unusual, interesting type of action. Long reach here for some purpose, and a bit of a bend allowing it to get into something, I would suspect. Perhaps a veterinarian tool. So what is this item? Next is a very unusual tool sent to me by John Glass from Wooddale, Illinois. Probably a rather expensive item to ship, and he did a nice job of packaging it. But this is so big that I had to put it on the floor. In fact, it's 30 inches long. So it's got a wooden handle. I believe there's a bit of a bend here, some damage over the years, and a crack here in the wood. Notice that this is held together with bandit clamps. The funny thing about this tool is that it looks too good to be homemade, but yet too crude to be factory made. And if I've ever seen it, this is a patent pending item. Rim shot, please. Well, you can see it's about 18 inches long, and it's a gun action, a bolt action. Open the breech, and it's .22 caliber. I shoved a cartridge in there, a blank that is. And then you close it up, and that's the firing pin. You can see that it's in the cocked position. Well, now you gun experts can help me. You can clearly see that it's Remington, at least the gun part of it is Remington, and there's a serial number on there. I don't think it's a model number, it must be a serial number. So the question is, to me anyway, did somebody take a gun, a Remington gun of a certain model, and cut it off and incorporate the action into this tool, whatever it may be? But down on this end it looks a little bit more amateurish, almost like these are pipe fittings. And when fired, I suspect that this moves, and the stroke is about 4 inches, but this just looks like a common piece of pipe. So this chamber here is almost like an air chamber, I guess, that pushes this. And look at the, looks like a doorknob, but I don't believe it is. What is that supposed to do? And I would also think that it moves rather violently and forcefully when fired. This is the safety mechanism. So it would have to be pushed into whatever you're going to do in order for it to be activated, once of course the bolt has been cocked. And then following it on down here, this rod, a spring, and that's all connected into the trigger. And here's the trigger. At first I thought somebody had taken a baseball bat and modified it, but there's the trigger. This appears to be oak. Quite a heavy unit, and that's a cable coming from the trigger. Another bandit clamp there. So with the rod pushed in like this and the trigger pulled, it fires. So that's the part of the safety mechanism. Okay, looking into the breech, it's got a very long stroke, but there is no extractor. So I'm going to put this empty 22 case in there, and to get it out, one has to put his pocket knife in there to flick it out. And it seems like it has a much longer stroke here in the bolt than what 22s I'm used to seeing. You see, it won't eject it. Now watch as I open it. But of course the spent casing does not come out. I think I'm spending a little more time talking about the action here than what is necessary, but you gun experts, let me know if this came from a different rifle. Or is this just cobbled up? So what is your best outrageous guess for this patent pending item? It appears that whatever is in here, I think a packing of some time, it's very well built, probably to keep any gases from escaping, so that all the force is on what I'm going to call a piston in here. Really neat. I suspect we will never find the true answer because someone is dead, unless this is a patent model. Patent pending. Thank you, John, for sending it in, and be sure and read through all the comments. I'm sure we're going to get some crazy ones. This is tubalcain. Thanks for watching.